Hello everybody and welcome to this game of StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm. I am Sprawl and I am bringing you some gameplay from, again, this is Heart of the Swarm. This is actually a ladder match. I actually requested Saiku send me some games because he is a beast. And yeah, let's just get into the intros. In the bottom right hand corner we have your purple Zerg player, and that is SaikOuLighT. In the top right hand, or rather in the top left hand corner, we have MangoFreeze, and I'm not really sure if his clan is for realsies. It is Clumsy, and for Saiku, he is no longer Light, because I believe Light has disbanded. I read that on Team Liquid a couple days ago. These guys are chatting up a storm, talking about the new balance in this game. Obviously, it's a little bit different than Wings of Liberty. We got a lot of new units, got a lot of new strategies. This is actually one of the new maps, and I believe that they actually just changed this map. There was 4 watchtowers, so there's 2 in the middle here, so a little bit more difficult to see what's going on in the middle of the map. I think that 4 Xel'Naga towers was a little bit overkill. That's quite a few. But now there's going to be only 2, so this is a very macro-orientated map. If we take a look, we have a 4th base that it is obstructed by these destructible rocks here, but there is a rock tower that you can kill, and actually that will cover the entrance there. So getting back to this game, we do see a 15 pool out of Saiku here, and if we take a look at Mango's base, or MangoFreeze, MangoFreezes are legit, and he's got a pylon down already. He is going to be going Nexus first in this scenario. We see him doing a little bit of harassment here at the natural, making sure that Saiku has a bit of problems dropping his first expansion of this match, and he's just going to dance around doing a patrol that's actually doing fairly well. Getting around, and will he drop a pylon? I'm not sure. We do see that spine pool finished up. He does not drop a pylon. He's just going to run away. He's dropped a forge and another pylon in his main, opting to get that second pylon before before a cannon and a gateway. He knows he's pretty safe in this scenario. We do see 2 Zerglings on the way, Queen on the way as well. A couple more drones in production, and not a whole lot going on so far. This does make me think that Saiku is going to be going a little bit more macro-orientated. He only has 2 lings coming out. I'm sure he knows exactly what's going on. Of course he knows what's going on at the natural here. He's got an Overlord flying over. Very nice positioning. There's a cannon and gateway going down. No gases yet from MangoFreeze. So right when I say that, he does decide to drop it, and a quick third coming out of Saiku. So very standard, almost Wings of Liberty-ish play here. Obviously things like the quick third are very viable still, and the Forge Fast Expand, those have not changed very much. We're just going to see a lot of new units come out, so I do suspect that we're going to see some Mothership play, or Mother Core rather, and that's going to be coming out after that Cybernetics core is finished. That is a requirement for the Mothership core, and we do see, I think I said Mother Core before, that would be an interesting name, but Mothership core sounds a little bit better. Good job Blizzard naming very well in that respect. So not a whole lot going on. We do see that third expansion is on its way. Droning up is Saiku. He's got 25 drones right now, 27 probes for MangoFreeze. Obviously he has the benefit of Chrono Boost. He's got a Zealot coming off. He's going to create that full wall, and I do suspect we're going to see a Mothership core coming out of him in some moments. Yep, and there it goes. I can actually click and see where that's being produced now. Great replay functionality. And actually, is he going to get this scout? He is going to be able to scout that third base. So MangoFreeze knows that he's not in a whole lot of trouble in terms of pressure. Here comes a drone transfer from Saiku, and yeah, both players just teching up a little bit, or rather macroing pretty good here. We've got a Mothership core out on the field, and good thing about this Mothership core is you can just basically fly around the map and get some free scouting out. He is not vulnerable in the slightest. There's nothing that is available for Zerg in this situation to actually do anything to that Mothership core. So he can fly around, take out lings of these kinds, and actually these 2 lings are going to spot that there is a stalker out on the map, and that Stalker is going to be able to take them out, though. So this Mothership Core is coming across. That Zealot is following as well as the Stalker. So he is going to be going to do some harassment here. Here he comes into the third base. Is he going to be able to snipe his Queen or maybe some drones? Here he goes on that first drone. Now focusing that Queen and actually time warping so there can be no escape from that Queen. Good job by MangoFreeze doing a decent micro with that new unit and actually taking out Lings in the process. If we look at the production tab, 2 more Lings are on the way. There is 4 on the map currently, and it looks like MangoFreeze is thinking he did enough damage in that scenario. He's forcing his opponent to go more attacking units, and actually Saiku read that really well. He's building drones behind this and no more attacking units, so he has enough Lings that he should be able to fend off any other aggression. 8 Lings, though, still isn't a whole lot, but he realized that that attack was moving back home and decided to opt for a drone. So if you look at the worker count, it is 56 drones to 44 probes. We have Mango actually destroying the rocks here, tickling it to death with that sentry. He's going to slowly take that down. Looks like he's going to expand. And if we look at the tech inside of his base, he's got 1 robotics facility. He's got 3 gates on the way, and a Twilight Council has been finished up. Blink has been started, and +1 ground weapons is done as well. And this Mothership Core is just going to hang out in the middle of the map, and again, a very nice benefit to this. It gives you Protoss a lot more map control in this respect. He can actually take out Lings. He's killed a couple here. He's actually shooting for a third. He's going to take out another one, and these Lings are unfortunately not getting a whole lot done. They are hanging out outside of the base here of MangoFreeze, but he is going to be able to actually look for that probe that wants to expand. Attack moving them, but gonna lose a couple more. He's got a Hydralisk Den coming out itself and a 4th base, so he's macroing very, very well. Again, if we look at the units tab, 69 drones to 54 probes, so both players doing a good amount of macro. 2 Lings are going to be able to snipe that probe, but not before a pylon goes down, and this third base has been created. Some creep coming down. I always think that these probes, I guess they do hover, but if you had SCVs, they might slip and fall on that creep, but we have yet to see that yet. That would be pretty cool animation. Obviously not no real benefit to that, but anyhow, we do see an observer sees that this creep is spreading like crazy. We see Saiku doing a good job being diligent about his creep spread. He's going to take out these rocks so he can connect to his 4th base, dropping gases there as well. If we look back at the production tab, again, Blink is on the way. We got Groove Spikes coming out for Saiku here, so he is going into Hydras. Hydras obviously do have that speed upgrade as well, 25% faster off creep, and that's made them a lot more viable in a lot of respects. And he is going to be able to get a scout of this as MangoFreeze. He's got an observer in the right spot, so he's going to be able to see that there's Hydras on the map. With this Overseer, though, he might actually be able to snipe this. Unfortunately, his Hydras weren't underneath as that flew by, but he definitely could have gotten that. And if we look back at MangoFreeze's base, he's got a robotics bay on the way, a couple more gateways as well, and +2 weapons. Very exciting, very exciting. He has secured his 3rd base, walling it with those 2 gates. And he could use that rock tower, but deciding against it, he's going to use it maybe to his advantage later in the game. And we do see Saiku moving out right now. He's got, does he have that upgrade on the way? He's actually got Roach Speed on the way, and it is on the way. It's called Muscular Augments. Interesting. I didn't actually know what that was until now. Well, I knew of the upgrade, but not the name of it. Very interesting. Blizzard obviously naming them things that casters are have a hard time pronouncing. Well, not that one, but I don't know. They always have interesting names for these kinds of things. So we're just going to see MangoFreeze hang out in his base right now. And he's got 1 Colossus out, a 2nd Colossi on the way. More probes in production. He's got Zealot legs coming out, and he's got extended thermal lance +3 as well. He has not opted for any armor upgrades yet. He does not have a 2nd forge anywhere to be found. And if we look at our Zerg player, he's got a couple of Vipers on the way, and those are obviously going to help out a ton against that Colossi army. He's going to be able to pull them in, kind of like Mortal Kombat style. Come here, if you know what I'm talking about. And that is going to help him deal with this, and actually damaging his own gateways. Interesting. He does get rid of the shields on the gateways, and does take out that rock tower. not doing a whole lot for him, but he is going to move out with his mothership core. Got to be careful. There's Hydras on the map, and with that upgrade, they move very, very quickly. He's got more in production here. We see SaikOu very close to getting maxed, and MangoFreeze is actually pushing out. He's got almost 150 supply. He's got a good amount of units. +3 is going to be finishing up pretty quick here, so he's going to have a pretty potent timing if you want to go for it. Unfortunately, there is a Ling here. It's going to attack move on top of it, but unfortunately with no detection, that does not do very much, and looks like SaikOu is kind of positioning here. He's going to try and catch this Protoss army out of position. There is a lot of force fields, though, so he has to be very, very careful. Stargate on the way and Templar Archive, so it looks like MangoFreeze is getting everything in the tech tree. Not a bad idea. With Heart of the Swarm, those Stargate units are very, very effective, especially against this Hydra-ish kind of army. And here comes an engagement, actually pulling in a Stalker, misclicking unfortunately, getting that Colossi on the second attempt, but it is in the fight long enough to do a good amount of damage. Hydra's just doing so much damage to these gateway units, pulling another one in. He has +2 weapon himself, is SaikOu, and he is remaxing as we speak. Ultra's Cavern on the way, more Hydras and a Spire, and he's actually got Swarm Host, so both players going incredible amounts of tech, obviously with the bases that they're on. They can do this kind of thing. Another pull coming in, and an abduct, if I want to use the correct term. He does take out that Colossi. Doing a good amount of damage, though, is MangoFreeze. He is going to lose another Sentry, and none are left. Unfortunately for MangoFreeze, he's going to have a hard time actually defending his third base here. Gateway does go down, and there's a lot of damage going down on Mango's base. Well, I guess not a whole lot. He lost that gateway. He does have a bit of an entrance into the third, is SaikOu. He's actually just going to head back and remax here. That Observer still seeing all. It sees that Swarm Host, and there is some Speedlings out on the map now. Are these guys going for it? He has +3 coming out and level 2 Carapace, as well as chitinous plating for those Ultras when they do indeed come out on the map. And if we look at Mango's base, he's just going for some High Templars here. He's going to want to, has he researched Storm? Where is that Templar Archives? Where are you? He has not. So he just has Archons. Another engagement going down. Those Vipers flying on in, unfortunately not doing what they needed there. And some Archons on the way, doing a good amount of damage is MangoFreeze. He's still nowhere near max, but doing tons in terms of damage with that +3 attack. Just walking straight over the Swarm Host. Needs an Observer here. He needs to be able to take those out. He is going to see these units pop momentarily, and he's going to know exactly what is up. These might do a little bit of damage, though. Nope, he's going to be able to swipe that. Obviously not a whole lot of units coming out of just 2 Swarm Hosts, and again, just remaxing with these Vipers. Again, chitinous plating is on the way, so 2 Ultralisks are in production. We do see that SaikOu has moved up to a total of 5 bases. Count them, 5. One thing MangoFreeze has done very well is keeping observers, keeping tabs on what he sees. He can see that there is a Viper on the map, 2 to be exact, and they are actually consuming to try and get more energy. I think that's a really cool ability that you can just whittle away your own buildings to gain energy, and that Swarm Host is going to poke out again. Still no Observer here to take that out. He's actually chrono boosting that after that Immortal comes out. Creep spread is all the way to the third base, so very diligent creep spread coming out of SaikOu here. MangoFreeze is just kind of hanging on. He does have his 4th base walled in very, very nicely. That is an actual Zealot. I thought that was a Changeling. Had me fooled. But we just see Mango actually taking the Watchtower, going to get a little bit of map presence. There is these excellent Ultralisks, and they look very, very purple. As you can tell, they look a little bit different, actually. If I'm not mistaken, they do look very different. This is actually one of my first casts for Heart of the Swarm. If you're checking out my YouTube channel, it'll actually be the first video that I post. So there will be lots more to come, I assure you. Actually, finally taking out that Swarm Host. Ultralisks in the mix. Here come these Charge Lots, pulling all of these Colossi into the army of SaikOu, and he is going to decimate all the splash damage out of MangoFreeze. MangoFreeze going to try and warp in a ton of Zealots in the process. I don't think he actually has any Stargate units out yet. Actually, 3 Void Rays are on the map. Where are they? They are finally making their way out, but another engagement goes down, abducting an Immortal. Those high-tech units are just getting abducted like crazy. And SaikOu is going to back off for the meantime, going to build up his army once again. He's got 6 Ultralisks on the way, Adrenal Glands, and a Carapace level 3. And if we look at the Protoss army, he does have level 1 armor finished, but unfortunately he does not have he does not have a higher upgrade. It is 20 minutes of the game, so you would suspect that they would have a little bit higher, but not a huge deal. Just going to mean that he's going to take a little bit more damage from these +3 attack units. And actually cleaning up the creep spread is a great idea. Actually missing a key creep tumor at the top there. And another engagement happening here. We see a strategic blink up to the top side, letting those splash damage Archons come in and do a little bit more damage, but these Ultralisks are proving to be very difficult to handle. Another Clawside does join the fray, and looks like SaikOu is not going to back off this time. He is coming in, and he's coming hard. He's got 4 Ultras and a couple more coming out as well. It's going to have a total of 8. Another Archon on the way. Tempests are being warped in, I guess you could say, from Ire. They're being chrono boosted as well, and +1 weapons for those has finished up. These Vipers are going to be able to pull those high-tech units again and again, though, so we're going to need to see some diligent maybe feedbacks on those before that goes down. That'd probably be a good solution to that problem, but nope, going to go straight into Archons. Not a bad idea either. Obviously, the Archons are going to do tons of damage in terms of splash, and if we take a look here, SaikOu is actually just getting those high-tech units. He's not wasting any on the low-tech Roaches or Zerglings. Another engagement coming down, and crazy amount of damage happening after the ability is used on these Void Rays. Tempests are basically siege tanks in the air, taking out more and more Hydras as we speak, and actually pushing forward is MangoFreeze. He is doing tons of damage. Obviously with +3 attack, he does crazy splash with these Archons. He's going to push on forward, taking out creep tumors in the process, looking to actually take out a base maybe. Nope, he is going to go ahead and try and engage. That Observer is going to be able to see all the deking and juking going on from SaikOu, and actually just moving to that bottom side location, going to take out one of the bases of SaikOu. Obviously SaikOu's taken a lot of bases in this respect, and SaikOu's just going to say, alright, you can go ahead and go for that. I'm just going to cut you off in the meantime. He's actually going to be able to take off a... No, actually going to head away from those Zealots. He is going to, like I said though, cut off this Protoss ball, and here come these Tempests. Tempest does get pulled in, but there's unfortunately no Hydras there to do anything to them. And there is a lot of Corruptors here, are going to be able to take out a majority of these Stargate units. Ultralisk doing a lot of damage, but it looks like MangoFreeze will be able to clean up here. Archon's doing tons of splash to these Corruptors, and only Corruptors are left. We take a look at where the army is generally rallied. Yeah, it is all going to be rallied here. There is only 2 Ultras out as we speak. There is still Corruptors. He's got 7 on the way and a ton of Hydras, though, so that's definitely going to get him back in action. Carriers are coming out for MangoFreeze. I don't know how I missed that on the production tab. More High Templars as well. He's going to be able to morph those together, probably get some more Archons, or he's just going to use feedback. Nope, more Archons, and Archons are definitely good against Zerg in all scenarios. There's no really unit that they don't do very well against. So definitely a great idea to just keep on getting those higher tech units. It's just that it costs a lot of gas, but it looks like MangoFreeze can afford it at this moment, actually doing a transfer, long distance mining a little bit. He is going to have to get an Observer over here to take out that expansion, and SaikOu knows all about it. He selected that, knows that the whole army is actually grouping up there. And this base was taken out in the process of SaikOu trying to cut him off, as we saw previously. And yeah, we're just going to wait and see if MangoFreeze decides to push here. He's got a very large Protoss Death Ball after he's added all those carriers. He's got all those Void Rays. Is there any Tempests out on the map? There's no Tempests, so those did all go down in the previous engagement. I thought that there was at least 1 or 2 left, but no, here comes an engagement, and there is a lot going on here. We see some Ducks going down, Void Rays getting pulled in, and Ultralisks just doing crazy amounts of damage. Is it going to be enough, though? These Void Rays are doing enough damage that he is going to be able to whittle down his Zerg opponent slightly, but he will be able to clean this up. Is SaikOu. These Hydras are just focusing down Interceptors at this moment. Actually sending them back in is MangoFreeze, and he's going to see if he can snipe these Hydras in the meantime, but no, with that level 3 armor, these guys just take so much damage before going down, and SaikOu is able to clean that up. So I think that SaikOu's in a great spot here. He's looking to get remaxed. He's got Hydras on the way, and MangoFreeze says, didn't mean to make those Oh, I guess. Oh, he was maybe meaning to make Tempest and make some carriers. I don't know. I think carriers are still pretty ballin'. I don't know. I do agree, though, that maybe Tempest would have been a little bit better for that scenario. He is warping in more Archons here, and he's going to try and take this out. Niduswarm on the way, just so he can get those Hydras and all his attacking units there even quicker, but these Archons are going to take it out. Look at those blood coming out of that. That was pretty epic. And chasing down, it might be able to pick off that Ultra. It does blink ahead and take out that Ultralisk. And Mango has to be very careful here that he doesn't overextend himself, because Saikou has grouped up all of his Hydras, so many, and actually Broodlords on the way as well. So with no Stargate units on the field, he is going to be able to do a good amount of damage, I'm sure. With those Broodlords, they're going to be very, very effective in this situation. And yeah, we do see that that Ling actually wasn't enough to block the Nexus, but he does see exactly what's going on, sees how much minerals is there and how much mining has been done. Still a key observer inside of the army of Saikou, and he actually doesn't move it. It's not following anything, so it's not like Saikou can spot it that easily. It's just hanging out there. MangoFreeze is going to be able to scout that there is a lot of Broodlords, though. He's making 3 Void Rays at a time to counteract this. If we look inside of the natural and the main, it is completely mined out, because we are almost half an hour into this game. That is game time, so not technically real time. I'm sure all of you viewers knew that, though. So yeah, we're just going to wait and see where this engagement decides to take place. Saikou is moving up to the left side. He wants to take out that expansion. That would be the 5th base of our Protoss player here, and here comes the attack. Actually, MangoFreeze is going to try and push the envelope, blinking in and trying to take out Broodlords, but I just think that there's too much here. All these Archons are going to go down, and unfortunately for MangoFreeze, his army supply is dwindling drastically. All of these Broodlords pretty much did get taken out, but there is a lot of Ultras, a lot of Hydras, and even Queens here to transfuse some of those high-tech units still. So I think that Saikou is going to be able to take out this base. He's going to wait for some reinforcements. He's got 22 Hydras in the way. He's going to be able to use that Nidus to bring them in to the fray, into the attacking position. And I think that Saikou is going to be able to do enough damage here to take the game. It's just a matter of time. There's Blink Stalkers trying to poke, take out an Ultralisk. Oh, Transfuse goes down. I'm pretty sure that was at 1 HP. That was a ridiculous Transfuse. Gonna keep that high-tech unit alive, and that's obviously a big deal. Ultralisks, you do not want to lose them. Crazy arc going down for Saikou. Gonna do a ton of DPS. GG from MangoFreeze. And that's going to be the end of this game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you could subscribe to my YouTube, this is my first video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Obviously, I'm going to come back with a bunch more in Heart of the Swarm, and a little plug to another league that I'm a part of, casting terms, Vancouver Star League. Check that out, Vancouver Ponage Star League, actually, and follow me on Twitter. That is SprawlSC. You can find out updates when I do upload my games and that kind of stuff. So again, hope you guys enjoyed it. That was a very, very epic, long game, and yeah, going to be coming back shortly. Have a great night, guys.